program on the theme Innovation in Teaching Involve Learning Process. In learning, you'll teach, and in teaching, you'll learn. It is my pleasure to welcome you all the faculty members from GSS from various other colleges for the first day of knowledge oriented session titled Education, the Stepping Stone for Women Empowerment. We would like to extend our special guest of honor, Dr. Revati Madam, Professor, Head Department of Commerce, Manonmanyam Sundanar University, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Prayer gives us power and positivity. True to this, let us seek the Almighty's blessing before commencing the session. A warm welcome makes a program more special. True to this, may I request Dr. Gayatri Madam, Head of the Department of Commerce, to render a gracious welcome to our chief guest and to all spectators. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you, Poonam. Good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for joining this national level 7 days faculty development program on the topic Innovation in Teaching Learning Process, organized by Guru Shri Shanti Vijay Jain College for Women, hosted by Department of Commerce and Accounting and Finance in association with IQAC. It is gratifying to note that the agenda of FDP covers a wide range of very interesting topics with such eminent speakers. I thank the expert for accepting the invitation for this program. I bid a very warm welcome to all the renowned speakers who took out their valuable time in joining with us for this 7 days faculty development program. We are honored to have you all with us. It is my pleasure to extend a hearty welcome and sincere thanks to our Honorable Secretary, Sir Dr. Gautam P. Vaid, and our beloved Madam Principal, Dr. M.K. Malati, in giving me an opportunity to conduct this national level 7 days FTP program. I am delighted to welcome all the distinguished professors from various streams for this national level FDP program and also plea your support to make this program a successful one. A bird view of the program. The topic for today's session, that is on 26 July, is Education, the Stepping Stone for Women Empowerment by Dr. B. Revati, Professor, Head, Department of Commerce, Manonmanyam Sundanar University, Tirunelveli. And we have a session on financial derivatives, option trading, and strategies by Dr. Nitin Tapar, Associate Professor, School of Management and Commerce, RIMT University, Punjab, on 27 July 2021. The third session is headed by Dr. Blumino Reggie, Assistant Professor of Commerce, St. Mary's College, Thoothukudi, on the topic Invisible Banking 2030 on 28 July 2021. Next session is on Green HRM by Dr. Prabhajit Gore, Assistant Professor, Jagannathan International School of Management, New Delhi, dated 29 July 2021. Dr. S. Karthik, Associate Professor of Commerce, Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education, Virudhunagar, is giving a lecture on the topic A Bird View of GST on 30th July. The sixth session is handled by Mr. Rahul Banubai Chauhan, Assistant Professor, Parul Institute of Business Administration, Parul University, Vadodara, dated on 31st July on the topic Behavioral Finance in Portfolio Management. The final session is enriched by Dr. Nancy Gulati, Assistant Professor in Commerce, Babu Anant Ram Janta College, Haryana, dated 2nd August on the topic Accounting Standard Practices. I also extend a warm welcome to my colleagues who rendered without whom the greater who render a greater support in organizing the national level 7 days FDP program. I once again welcome today's eminent guest, Dr. B. Revati Madam, Head Department of Commerce, Panonmaniyam Sundarnar University, for today's session on the topic Education, the Stepping Stone for Women's Empowerment. Welcome, Madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon. Foremost, I thank Dr. Gaudam, the Honorable Secretary of GSS Jain College for Women, the Principal, Dr. Malati, the organizers, Dr. Gayatri, Dr. Lakshmi of the college for this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Uma Rani. She coordinated with me for today's event of this 7 days national level faculty development program on the theme Innovation on Teaching Learning Process. My topic of address is Education, the Stepping Stone for Women Empowerment. Is my screen visible, ma'am? Madam? Is my screen visible? Am I audible? Yes, ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible, ma? Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible? Shall I proceed? Who is the host of the program? Am I audible? Is my screen? Yes. Shall I proceed, madam? Kindly ask the host to respond, please. Am I audible? Shall I proceed? Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. You're audible. You can continue, ma'am. Please.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
My topic of address is education, the stepping stone for women empowerment. If you take women, I can give the expansion for the term woman. W stands for wonderful mother. O stands for outstanding friend. M, marvelous daughter. A, adorable sister. N, noble gift by the Almighty. All of us are aware of the fact that women play multiple roles at home and also at office. But often her significance or her contribution has been neglected. If a nation has to progress, women empowerment is inevitable. Can you ever imagine a bird to fly with only one wing? It's not possible. Swami Vivekananda, one of the greatest sons of India, quoted that there is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the conditions of women is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly with only one wing. Therefore, inclusion of women empowerment is one of the primary goals in the Millennium Development Goals. In order to achieve the status of developed country, India needs to transform its massive women force into an effective human resource. How is it possible? This is possible only through the empowerment of women. What is empowerment? You must know what do you mean by the term empowerment. Empowerment is increasing the spiritual, political, social, or economic strength of individuals and communities. Empowerment is an active, multi-dimensional process which enables women to realize their full identity and powers in all spheres of their life. Women must have the sense of empowerment. Empowerment is a process that creates power in individuals over their own lives, society, and in their communities. People are empowered when they are able to access the opportunities available to them without any limitation or without restrictions, such as in education, profession, and in their lifestyle. Feeling entitled to make their own decision creates a sense of empowerment. Women must have the sense of empowerment. They must feel independent. They must be empowered to take their own life decisions. But often women forgets what she is worth of. Always remember, when women moves forward, her family improves, her village develops, and her entire country progress. The progress of a nation is possible only through empowerment of women. Women empowerment is basically giving power to women in space of society where they did not have it. Women empowerment is a process of making them part of the decision making process in certain areas where they never had the power to make decisions. We talk about empowerment of women because it enables women to have power over their own life. Women empowerment is considered as a key to measure the development of a country too. It's a part of the focus of the United Nations. Women play leading roles. Though women play multiple roles in the society, still there is a need for empowerment of women a lot. Now, how to empower women? Empowerment includes the action of raising the status of women. It can improve the status of women in numerous ways, that is through education, through raising the level of awareness of women, improving their literacy, imparting training to them, giving training related to defense also. Women empowerment is all about equipping and allowing women to make life determining decisions for different problems they face in the society. Women, women must feel independent. They must be given the freedom to take their own decision. They must not be always dependent on men. Now, what are the categories of women empowerment? There are several categories of women empowerment. To specify a few: social empowerment, educational empowerment, economic empowerment, legal empowerment, political empowerment, psychological empowerment. First one, social empowerment. Social empowerment is strengthening women's social relations and their position in social structures. Social empowerment addresses the social discrimination existing in the society based on disability, race, religion, or gender. Enjoyment of equal rights. Social empowerment enables women to enjoy their rights, to have equal status in the society, to have freedom of self development along with men. Social empowerment safeguards women from domestic and outside violence. Social empowerment creates awareness about various social evils that are prevalent in our society. Social empowerment enables women to acquire status in the society. It enables social participation without any discrimination. The next one, empowerment through education. Women empowerment is possible only through literacy, only providing education to women. We educate women because it is smart. We educate women because it changes the entire world. The statement is from Drew Fast. She was the 28th president of Harvard University, and she was the first woman to serve in that role. You educate the women to change the entire world. Educational empowerment. It is the single most important instrument of socio-political and economic transformation. If one girl child is educated, the whole family gets benefited of it. Women needs to be given free and compulsory education so as to make them aware of their own rights and duties. Education creates self-confidence, self-esteem, self-sufficiency to a person. It brings light of hope, increases social, political, intellectual, cultural, and religious consciousness, broadens the length of mind. Educational empowerment removes all kinds of bias, narrowness, superstition, enhances fellow feeling, and it improves the tolerance among the citizens of our country. Economic empowerment. Economic empowerment is a crying need of this hour. How women can attain economic empowerment? It is only through educational empowerment. If you educate a woman, she gets a way to earn her breadwinner. She becomes a breadwinner of her family. Educational empowerment is a means of building the capacities, the capabilities of women to make them economically independent. You can get a job, you can get placement, you can earn your income only if you are educated to the expected level. Educate a woman to enable her to become economically independent. Economic empowerment is possible only through educational empowerment. Through employment, women earn money. It enables women and girls to become bread earners of her family. It gives a strong sense of their economic independence. Economic empowerment is a powerful tool against poverty. When there is a woman's income, there is security of work. She has assets in her name. She feels economically strong and independent. That gives her self confidence. It gets an ability to enjoy her right to control her own resources. She reaps the benefit from the resources and her own assets. She develops the ability to manage the risk. Ultimately, economic empowerment improves her economic status and her well being. And educational empowerment is the means to attain economic empowerment. Economic empowerment model. Nowadays, getting a job in the public sector may be difficult, but women can become entrepreneurs. That rather than going and seeking a job, you become an entrepreneur. You provide job to the women seeking jobs. And entrepreneurship is a better model for economic empowerment. You engage yourself in income generating activities. You help in value chain development. And entrepreneurship helps in capacity development. That improves awareness and mobilization. That helps to trace the talent among the women. That helps to improve financial literacy. And entrepreneurship is possible through training and coaching to women. And entrepreneurship leads to capacity development. You improve your capability, and women gets access to financial products. They get access to savings account. They enjoy loan facilities. They get access to banking resources. Thereby, they enjoy the access to finance. Thus, entrepreneurship is a better model for economic empowerment of women. The next one is legal empowerment. Legal empowerment means addressing the gaps between what the law prescribes and what actually occurs in the society. Women should be supported to have all legal protection on all aspects: health, cultural, sexual harassments, domestic violence, and against any other undesirable issues. Legal protection to women is a must for their safeguard. Society must provide the framework for legislation, an effective legal structure which is supportive for women empowerment. It helps to extend the knowledge and awareness among women of their own legal rights. Legal empowerment provides opportunities to know about women's rights and whatever the laws which are prevailing in the country to protect themselves against any discrimination. Women should be trained to utilize the judicial system to create all reforms that is desired in the society for women empowerment. Legal empowerment, the model which has been prescribed by United Nations Development Program. What is the concept of legal empowerment? Legal empowerment helps women to establish their identity. It enables them to raise their voice. They can raise their voice only if they are properly educated. And it enables them to claim their rights. That may be the rights of law, or right of access to justice, or it may be property rights, or it may be their business rights. And This legal empowerment enables women to enjoy their access. They can have access to justice, access to assets, access to decent work, access to market, access to properties, and thereby legal empowerment ensures protection to women and enables them to enjoy the opportunities available in the society. The next comes the political empowerment. Participation of women in the political field and in various decision making bodies is an important tool for women empowerment. Participation of women at all levels of governance is the highest need of this hour for women self-empowerment. Women throughout the world have been struggling to break away the constraint of bondage, subjugation, oppression, and all kinds of ill treatment both within and outside their families. Without bringing women in the corridor of power, where they can formulate policies and programs and implement their policies, the survival of women will be very difficult. Without political participation, it would be very difficult for women to increase their effectiveness, their capacity, challenging the existing power structure and ideology. Through political participation, women could find opportunities to change and influence public decisions. They can bring policy decisions in their favor only by occupying political positions. Global development policy. The meaningful participation of women in national, local, and community leadership roles has become an important focus of global development policy. Gender equality and women empowerment are both human rights that are developed through women participation in politics. Women need to actively participate in government and politics in order to maintain democracy. Global statistics clearly show that women are underrepresented as leaders, elected officials, and voters due to cultural and social norms, which limit their participation in the political process. Normally, any woman, she hesitates to enter the politics unless otherwise there is a proper political backup in her family. Without family political background, there is always a hesitation on the part of a woman to enter the field of politics. Women in politics. Indian Constitution guarantees women participation in politics. But the reality is very different. Despite we talk about gender equality, gender equity, India is yet to become a nation where women must have representation in politics. Parliament has not seen a fair percentage of women members in parliament. We must have women as level playing field in politics. Unless we enter politics, we take the powers to make decisions in favor of women. It won't be easy for us to ensure women empowerment. Psychological empowerment. When women join educational institutions, political parties, or decision-making bodies, they hold white-collar jobs, take decisions, and travel different places, occupy land and wealth. They feel psychologically empowered. Psychological empowerment enables women to build their self-confidence recognize their self-worth, and have control over their own income and their own life. Women gain self-respect, pride, maturity, and resilience. Women should be allowed to believe in their abilities and they must act upon them for transformation. Apart from it, women must have social cultural empowerment. Women should be encouraged to form traditional community associations that will be of benefit to them, not only to the individual, but to the entire women community. Women must have the freedom of movement. Freedom of movement is not only a human right, but it is emphasized in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 13. And freedom of empowerment, freedom of movement helps in economic empowerment. It is also an economic imperative. Don't limit yourself to your country. Take the freedom of moving to any country, empower yourself. There are many women who are empowered at the level of global policy. Take a woman. Women, they are intelligent, they are sensational, they are empowered, they are independent, they are fearless, they are divine, they are resilient, they are beautiful, they are strong, they are courageous, they are radiant, they are very daring, intelligent, they are very smart. But in spite of it, women are subject to exploitation, discrimination, harassment. There are several incidents of sexual harassments, not only to women, but even to infants and children. Think about the infants and children who are subject to sexual harassment. Is it not a shame on the part of the society? And this sexual harassment and violence against women has been on the increasing trend, particularly during this pandemic. Women are often victims. Women have been victims of abuse, molestation, violence, rape, poverty, malnutrition, ill treatment, acid throwing, child marriage, domestic violence, dowry, killing of girl infants, honor killing, etc. Women have been undergoing all these ill treatments. Women are the victims of social, political, religious, and economic subordination and are deprived of their rights in Indian society. It's a fact that women have been suffering in every age and in all countries. They are subject to discrimination and ill treatment from several persons, namely fathers, brothers, uncles, neighbors, and others in their childhood, and boyfriends and lovers during their youth, husbands and in laws in married life, then from sons and others during their old age. Thus, women during their entire lifespan are subject to ill treatment and they have been undergoing a lot of harassments. Man has inflicted an unspeakable injury upon woman by subjugating her in different phases in their lives and throughout the ages of women. And normally, whatever may be the harassment, whatever may be the violence against women, they never come out and speak out their experience. If you see to the crimes against women, they are at increasing rate. May it be rape or attempt to commit rape or kidnapping the women and the children, or may it be dowry death, or may it be an assault on women with intent, outrage her modesty. Whatever the crime against women, if you see over the years, it has been increasing at an alarming rate. If you see to the disposed cases of crimes against women, it comes only around 65 to 70%. Many cases of crimes against women are still pending. They are not being settled. And that may be the reason the crimes against women are still increasing in the multicultural, multilingual, multiracial, and multi-religious Indian subcontinent. Women face one or other kinds of problems here and there. Only the dimension of their problems differs from state to state and society to society and place to place. Even in the 21st century, women are beaten, considered as witches, they're getting stoned for committing sexual activities. There are several incidents of honor killing which is still in practice in many parts of our country. But with petty excuses, they are tortured and raped. But the main criminals and culprits, they move freely in our society without any punishment. That is the reason which have given them courage to commit ill treatment against women again and again. And now, there is a chain of social taboos. Women are disallowed to use mobile phones. They are debarred to choose their own dress or profession. They have very little freedom in marriage or reproductive matters. They are restrained to move freely within their locality. Women are discouraged to participate in political activities. Even our family members may discourage us to participate in political activities, to occupy in political positions. Many women, they remain starved or they are half fed even today. They face lot of peculiar difficulties throughout their life. Now, as the domestic violence has been increasing nowadays, how to stop domestic violence against women? Keep trying prevention programs. Scale up the most promising ones and study how well the legal protection works out against domestic violence for women. Make penalties for domestic violence consistent and firm. Increase funding for support services to women who are the victims of domestic violence. You change the way family courts handle cases of domestic violence. Help women to be economically independent. Economic independence is a must for women empowerment. And this economic empowerment of women is possible only through educational empowerment. Now, what are the issues and challenges for women empowerment? There are several challenges for women empowerment, and these challenges are from different spheres: social, cultural, and economic spheres. And we have got many issues from different dimensions, which are the dimensions may be categorized as social, cultural, and economic. I have given you the different categories of issues from the domain of social, cultural, and economic, which ultimately affects the health of women of our nation. And the major issue preventing women empowerment is poverty. Women and girls around the world are more likely to live in poverty due to discriminatory and unjust economic policies, pervasive gender equality, war and instability, and climate changes. Poverty is considered the greatest threat to peace in the world. Eradication of poverty should be a national goal as important as eradication of illiteracy among women. See, if you want to eradicate poverty, that is possible only through eradication of illiteracy. Literacy is the best weapon to fight against poverty of our nation. Because of illiteracy, women are often exploited as domestic helps. Education is a key area of focus. Although the world is making progress in achieving gender parity in education, girls still make up a higher percentage of out of school children than boys. Approximately 1/4 of girls in the developing world do not attend school. Typically, families with limited means who cannot afford cost such as school fees, uniform, and supplies for all of their children. What they do? They prioritize education for their sons rather than their daughters. Families may also rely on girls' labor for household tasks, namely carrying water or to take care of their children in the family, and give limited time for schooling for their female children. Education is one of the most important means of empowering women with the knowledge, skill, self-confidence necessary to participate fully in the development process. Educate women in your family. That helps in the development of your family and the nation. More women are illiterates. There are approximately 960 million illiterate adults in the world. Of the total, 2/3 are women. More than 1/3 of the world's adults, most of them are women. Women have no access to printed knowledge, denied access to new skills, or denied access to technological developments, which are essential to improve their quality of life. It will help them to shape and adapt themselves to social and economic changes. There are 130 million children who are not enrolled even in primary schools. 70% of them are girls, while 82.14% of adult men are educated. Only 65.46% of adult women are known to be illiterates in India. The gender bias is more prevalent in higher education, in professional trainings, which hit women very hard in employment and in occupying top leadership positions in any field. Without professional knowledge, professional training, how do you expect a woman to occupy a leadership position? I'll give you the data of women in management occupations. See, only 74% of women, they are human resource managers. 71% of women, they serve as social community service managers. 65% of women are education administrators. 46% of women serve as food service managers. 45% as marketing and sales managers. Only 27% they occupy the position of chief executives. 26% computer and information systems managers. A meager 7% of women are construction managers. You educate the women at the higher level, provide them the requisite professional training to enable women to occupy management positions. Health and safety. Women's health and safety is another important area of concern. You don't educate a woman, she is ignorant of her health aspects. You don't teach her how to take care of her health. If a woman in a family is not able to take care of her health, how can she safeguard the health of her children? HIV and AIDS is becoming an increasingly impactful issue for women. Maternal health is also an issue of specific concern. In many countries, women have limited access to infant care, are more likely to experience complications during pregnancy and childbirth. There is a critical concern in countries where girls marry and have children before they are ready, often well before the age of 18. Still, child marriage is prevalent in many villages. The health and safety concerns of women are of paramount importance for the well-being of a country and are an important factor in gauging the empowerment of women in a country. There are alarming concerns where maternal health care is concerned. This can be related to women having fewer opportunity for health education, unequal power in sexual partnership, or as a result of gender-based violence. Still, we suffer from gender equality in all places in our society. Wealth aspects. Though women comprise more than 50% of the world's population, only 1% of the world wealth is being possessed by women. Women own only 1% of the total wealth. Throughout the world, women and girls perform long hours of unpaid domestic work. If you see the unorganized sector, women are paid only half the wages of what men are paid. Women, they do the same work what men do. But in all unorganized sector, though women work for long hours, they will be paid only half the wages of the men workers are earning. That is the greatest injustice to women. Why do women go for labor work? Because they lack education. If they are educated, Certainly, they are not going to work in the unorganized sector. They will try to occupy managerial positions. They will occupy decent work. In some places, women still lack rights to their own land or to inherit property, obtain access to credit, earn income, to move up in their workplace, free from job discrimination. Many organizations, women are being suppressed. They are not given equal rights like men to occupy higher positions. Their fellow men, they never allow women to come up, to become superior to them in their organization. At all levels, including at home, in the public field, women are widely underrepresented as decision makers. Professional inequality. This inequality is practiced in employment and promotions. Women may be denied promotions. They may be denied of the opportunities to occupy vital positions in the organization. Women may be denied the opportunity to make decisions in an organization. The bias, the prejudice, the discrimination against women prevails even today in all organizations. The discrimination is apparent in many organizations. Women face countless handicaps in male customized and dominated environments in government offices and private enterprises. That prevails a discrimination against women in all career prospects. Mortality and inequality due to gender bias in health and nutrition. There is unusually high mortality rate in women, reducing their population further and further. Apart from it, women are subject to household inequality. Household relations show gender bias in significant manners all across the globe. That is more prevalent in India. Women are always taken for granted. They are denied what they are worth of. And now, how to fight against inequality? How to eliminate inequalities? What are the measures to eliminate inequalities? Countries should empower women, should take all measures to eliminate inequalities between men and women as soon as possible. How it is possible? Establishing mechanism for women's equal participation and equitable representation at all levels of the political process and in public life, in each community and society, and enabling women to articulate their concerns and needs. Promoting the fulfillment of women's potential through education, skill development, and employment, giving paramount importance to the elimination of poverty, illiteracy, and ill health among women. Eliminating all practices that discriminate against women, assisting women to establish and realize their rights, their capabilities, their caliber, their capacities, including those that relate to reproductive and sexual habits. Adapting appropriate measures to improve women's ability to earn income beyond traditional occupations, achieve economic self-reliance, and ensure women's equal access to the labor market and social security system. Eliminate all kinds of violence against women. Take strict legal action against any violence against women. Eliminate discriminatory practices by employers against women. But nowadays, we have got various ways and means to represent the discrimination against women in employment. You have got National Commission for Women. Whatever may be the discrimination, you can file to National Commission for Women and you'll get a legal remedy against the discrimination. Make it possible through law, regulations, and other appropriate measures for gender equality. ஒரு நிமிஷம். இவ்வளவு நேரம் தெரிஞ்சுதா கேட்டுச்சா மேடம்? ஓகே. தனியா நான் பேசிட்டு இருக்க மாதிரி இருந்திருக்க கூடாது. ஓகே மேடம், ஓகே மேடம். தெரியலையா? இப்பதான் அந்த ப்ராப்ளமா மேடம்? ஒன்ஸ் அகேன் ப்ளீஸ் மேம். ஓகே மேம், ஓகே மேம். Am I visible? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me, madam? Are you able to hear me, madam? Hello, madam?